South Africa. Wild coast of the Indian Ocean. Dramatic scenery at the Drakensberg. Incredible wildlife sightings. Unforgettable memories. After arriving in Johannesburg and picking up our rental car, we went south to the Drakensberg region. We stopped at Golden Gate and Royal Natal for some hiking. To get a short break from the stunning mountains, we enjoyed the wildlife at the Nambiti Game Reserve. From there we went to Champagne Valley and Kamberg Valley before heading to the coastal region around Durban and Lake Lucia. Our journey continues with more wildlife at Hluhluwe Umfolozi Park and Manyoni Private Game Reserve. After a long drive around Swaziland, we explored Kruger National Park. Next we went to the nearby Blight River Canyon, which is part of the Panorama Route. We continued to the Velgevonden Game Reserve and concluded the trip with the Marakele National Park. But before heading back to the airport, we did one last self-game drive at Pilanesberg. We traveled about 5000 kilometers in 24 days. So this video is all about the eastern part. If you are looking for the Cape Town region and garden route, have a look at our South Africa documentary, which is linked in the description. But now back to this video and welcome to South Africa again. A land of wonderful landscapes, fantastic food and some of the world's most spectacular wildlife. In this video we will take you on a tour to the country's most breathtaking spots, from the towering peaks of the Drakensberg to the lush wetlands of Santa Lucia. Our first stop at the Drakensberg region is Golden Gate National Park. The name comes from the towering sandstone cliffs that contrast with the golden grasslands, especially during sunrise and sunset in winter. It's a perfect destination for just driving around the stunning landscape and stopping at some incredible viewpoints. After the first night near Golden Gate and a tasty coffee while catching the morning sun rays, we took some scenic roads to Royal Natal National Park. There we stayed at remote mountain huts with a fantastic view of the landscape directly from the bedroom. at the very recommendable restaurant near our huts we fortified ourselves for the first hike of the trip. The breathtaking scenery in Royal Natal National Park offers epic views and some of the best hiking trails in the country. We did part of the hike to the famous amphitheater along the Tugela Gorge, which is a 13-kilometer round trip and takes about 6 hours to complete. For a change of scenery, we went to Nambiti Private Game Reserve. As common in some private reserves, our ranger picked us up at the gate and took us to the lodge where a welcome drink was already waiting for us. Our room was very cozy and had a balcony with a beautiful view of a waterhole. You can find the information about the lodge and all other accommodations we stayed along the route in the description. Lodge life includes a lot of tasty meals, which are a good base for the game drives. And then it's already time to head out for the first guided game drive on this trip. Nambiti Private Game Reserve is near the Drakensberg and has a stunning landscape with waterfalls, rivers and valleys. And what better way to enjoy the view than with a ranger special. This is basically a cocoa with coffee and an amarula shot. You have the opportunity to spot the big five, including lions, leopards, elephants, buffaloes and rhinos. And as always, a sundowner completes a perfect evening game drive. The Drakensberg mountain range is also home to Champagne Valley. We stayed at a farm with incredible views to Champagne Castle, one of the highest peaks in South Africa. In Champagne Valley you can find plenty of hiking trails. We chose the one to Blindman's Corner, which is about a 12-kilometer quite steep round trip, and if you're up for it you can easily extend the route. It offers beautiful panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and valleys and is a favorite destination for hikers and adventure seekers. Another day, another hike. After Champagne Valley we took a day trip to Giant's Castle, a neighboring valley. At Giant's Castle we went on the Berg View hike. As the name suggests, the hike offers incredible views of the surrounding mountains. It's an easy panoramic loop with about 7 kilometers with only a short ascent and suitable for beginners. For our next day we chose a remote location, so we went shopping for dinner. The Kamberg Valley is a hidden gem of South Africa, a place where you can experience the tranquility of the Drakensberg Mountains. There are some wonderful places to stay with incredible views of the surrounding scenery. Most of them have a large property where you can relax and enjoy the view. Before saying goodbye to the mountains, we enjoy one last meal. Next, we wanted to get a taste of South Africa's coastline and headed to Scottburgh Beach and Richards Bay, where you can soak up the sun, surf the waves, or simply relax and take in the ocean breeze. The largest city at the coast is Durban. Best spots to visit there are the beach promenade with lots of restaurants and the uShaka Aquarium. It is one of the largest in the world with a really unique location as it's actually built in an old ship. The whole uShaka world is a large theme park and offers shows with dolphins and seals. And if you like to get wet, don't miss the water world with pools and water slides. From Santa Lucia you can easily explore the coastal region of the iSimangaliso Wetland Park, with its wonderful seaside. The word iSimangaliso means a miracle or something wondrous in Zulu. When driving around you get the chance to spot some game there too. Another fantastic location at Lake Lucia is the Ndibela Peninsula, which is reachable by boat or through a rough dirt road. We took the boat and the ride there was already worth the trip. At the peninsula you stay in cabins inside a lush forest with a variety of wildlife. From the cabin's balcony you have a good view of the lake, but be aware of the monkeys, they always try to steal your food. The food there is amazing. For activities you can do boat rides, guided walks, short game drives or just relax and enjoy, for example at the stunning swimming pool. Check the details in the description below. We enjoyed the sea a lot, but it's time to move on to the nearby Hluhluwe Umfolozi Park, which is a premier game reserve in South Africa. It is famous for its conservation efforts in protecting the white rhino from extinction. The park offers incredible opportunities to witness these majestic animals up close. We recommend to stay inside the park because you're in the middle of the action first thing in the morning and you can enjoy the silence just before sunset or even hear the lions roar at night. And maybe you get lucky as we did and run into them too. We found a lion family near a riverbed and the young ones enjoyed it a lot, as did we. Nearby is the private game reserve of Manyoni, a wonderful and very scenic reserve. We enjoyed the best game drives there we ever had and witnessed for the first time lions hunting techniques. The reserve is home to a wide variety of wildlife, including lions, cheetahs, giraffes and many more. You can experience the Big Five, although a leopard is rarely seen there since the reserve exists not that long and leopards used to get shot because farming areas are close by. For our next destination we have to go on a longer ride. Due to travel restrictions when we were visiting, we had to drive around Swaziland, which was a very scenic drive but a very long one too. Near our next destination we stayed at an apartment with very welcoming owners. Of course, no tour to South Africa would be complete without a visit to Kruger National Park, one of the most famous game reserves in the world. The park is huge and you could probably stay there for weeks and explore all the different regions. We focused on the southern and the middle region, which are the ones with the best infrastructure and good for game viewing. We stayed 2 nights in the park, which is a start, but next time we will stay longer. Most main camps offer small huts with a cozy bed, and at least at the camps we stayed, a restaurant with very good food. Although around the Letaba camp we saw less game, but the modern camp is worth a visit. And finally we got lucky. We caught the missing one of the big five, a leopard chasing a porcupine. One of our highlights was the Panorama Route. It goes roughly from the Long Tom Pass in the south to the Three Rondo Wells viewpoint of the Blight River Canyon in the north. The viewpoint is named due to its remarkable resemblance with small grass huts. Along the route are several viewpoints and attractions where you can find stunning waterfalls and views of the canyon. From south to north we visited the Pinnacle, a tall standing rock with a view of the Lowveld. Next we stopped at two waterfalls, the Lisbon and Berlin Falls. Another famous spot is Berg Luke's Potholes, a series of natural geological formations that were formed by centuries of water flowing through the landscape. And to conclude, we went to the Lowveld viewpoint before enjoying the view of the Three Rondo Wells. You have to consider that at almost every viewpoint or waterfall you have to pay an entrance fee. another exclusive safari experience, we headed to the Velgevonden Private Game Reserve. At the reserve gate you get picked up by a ranger and driven to the lodge. In our case it was quite a long drive, but you may see some game in the meantime. Our lodge was a very luxurious one. Each villa is really spacious and offers a huge sun deck with a private jacuzzi. But what we did not know up front is that unfortunately it's not the best place if you want to see a lot of game, because the terrain is well vegetated. For better game viewing experience, we recommend to stay at the lodge further south, where one can find more open grassland. Marakele National Park is part of the Waterberg biosphere in the northeastern part of South Africa. It is accessible to all passenger vehicles and has a small but wonderful camp to stay overnight. We enjoyed the drives through the park and especially the one to Lenong viewpoint. The way up is already dramatic, and once you get there you have a stunning view looking west. The park is home to the Big Five too, but we didn't see much game on our stay. That was okay for us since we did visit mostly because of the landscape. The Pilanesberg Game Reserve is another good destination for a memorable safari experience, with a diverse range of wildlife and stunning landscapes. It was the only place where we encountered all the Big Five in one day so far, but this happened at another trip 5 years ago. This time we weren't that lucky. In any case, be aware that the word has spread and it's not uncommon that you ran into a traffic jam, especially if you visit during a weekend. We hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration for your own trip. Thanks for watching and stay tuned, we have an upcoming trip to explore this country even more.